The following program contains mature subject matter not suitable for young viewers and graphic images that may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Today, we're talking about the shadow pandemic within COVID-19, domestic violence. Now, before the break, we met Melissa, whose ex beat and tortured her for over 16 hours in front of her 3-year-old daughter. Now, Melissa is living in fear because her ex might have a chance to get out of jail due to all the judicial shutdowns as a result of COVID. Joining us now is Melissa's attorney, Verne E. Verne, how is this possible? People watching the show are sitting here saying, wait, this guy is up for all these charges. He beat and tortured someone for 16 hours. He's in jail, and now because of COVID, he may be able to get out?
Yeah, so when bail was first set on these charges, it was largely a moot issue because Melissa's ex-husband was facing a significant prison sentence on unrelated charges. And everyone expected these charges to be resolved before he was released. So bail wasn't set as high as it should have been. But now, because of the pandemic and the shutdowns, his sentence is about to expire on that charge, and he is now up for bail. And if he makes that, of course, and is released, Melissa faces significant danger, and unless a judge significantly increases that bail.
Is it possible a judge can just say, you know, I want this to be higher because we're fearful that you may do something to Melissa?
Yes, it is possible. I've reached out to the district attorney's office to try and coordinate with them in hopes that the system that has previously failed Melissa before doesn't fail to protect her this time around.
Gotcha. Now, Jen, because of your video that called out this COVID-related injustice as we're seeing it so far, did you actually get a response from the governor's office?
We did, and they pretty much said it was a judicial problem and that hopefully we had a safety plan and to make sure that Missy had somewhere to go if he were to get out.
That hopefully you have a safety plan? This is what the governor's office says to you?
Yeah, they provided us with some women's advocate programs, most of which Missy had already been in touch with because she is a DV victim. And yeah, pretty much asked us if we had a safety plan if he got out.
So, Melissa, I mean, I feel horrible asking you this question, but do you feel like you have a plan in place that's going to be protective of enough in case he gets out and tries to do something?
Since the day he was locked up, I still have always had a plan in place in case he ever, broke out of jail. I know that sounds crazy, but when you've been through something like what my family has been through, you always have a plan. So they're in place. Do I think it's foolproof? Absolutely not. And I think that he will be vengeful enough that no matter what I do, there's always going to be somebody who knows where I am or sees where I am. I'm always going to be looking over my shoulder. I don't think any plan other than keeping him in prison is going to be 100% safe. Absolutely not.
You're convinced that if he gets out, that he will try to kill you?
That's one of two things that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid, obviously, that he will attempt to harm my daughter and I again. But I'm also afraid of him running. He's facing a significant amount of time, and there's nothing stopping him. He doesn't have anything to lose.
I don't know what to say. I mean, they say sometimes justice is blind, and sometimes it's just plain stupid. I just don't, this just is, to a non-judicial person like myself, a non-legal person, Verne, I know you're the lawyer, but this just makes, at some point you think that human rationality has to seep in, that someone's got to think through this and say, hey, this isn't adding up and we got to figure this thing out before something bad happens. So Verne, all I can say is please keep fighting for Melissa. It's so important. And Melissa
Absolutely.
and Jen, in the meantime, please be very safe, take every measure you need to take, and we'll just pray for you guys. I'm just at wit's end. I'm very sad about this situation. I'm just very prayerful that everything works out.
Thank you, Dr. Ian. I appreciate that.
And if you or someone you know has experienced intimate partner violence, please, please, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. That number is at the bottom of your screen.